Yo, and welcome back to J Jim's Gaming. Today's topic is gonna be about the Nintendo Switch OLED and why I'm not gonna buy the Nintendo Switch OLED and why I think it's a bad idea to buy is because Nintendo's been playing this game for quite a while, and if I can remind you of the new Nintendo Switch 3D, because there was the Nintendo Switch and they had then the new Nintendo Switch 3D and the new Nintendo Switch 3D XL and also the new Nintendo 2D. And the difference was that it had, I think, a brighter screen or a better responding screen. I'm not really sure. Please, comment down below. Let me know more infos. But it costed a bit more, and they were like hyping it up. And like Nintendo, the first NES, and then SNES, Super Nintendo. I mean, that was a difference. So people were like, okay. And then you had exclusive games that came out for the new Nintendo Switch, which was one game. And I bought this game and I thought there would be other games coming out, but that was actually the only game that came out. There was just one game coming out, an exclusive game for new Nintendo 3D. And this game repeats again and again, and Nintendo is now bringing out the Switch OLED, and everyone was extremely excited about the Switch OLED because they called it the Switch Pro, and I was excited myself because I thought full HD and probably 4K gaming, better processor, the drifting between the Joy-Cons will be changed, but unfortunately we are dealing with an OLED screen and 720p, which is extremely weak. And not to forget, we are living in the year 2021 where mobile phones are equipped with 2K screens and moving slowly towards 4K screens. I mean, that's like the big future. And now we're getting that new console or that pro version of Nintendo Switch with 720p, but the processor is actually the same. It's the same. It's a bigger screen, better sound quality, and to me it's like buying the new OLED will support Nintendo in its foolish or greedy decisions, or call it foolish, greedy, and also lazy decisions. We are the consumer. We are the one giving Nintendo money. We are the one paying Nintendo. If from now on, this day, no one buys anything for Nintendo, Nintendo will be in big problems because you got the PlayStation 5 and you got the Xbox Series X, and supporting their foolishness, because at least 1080p full HD screen, OLED full HD, at least that's what we are asking for, at least. And then a better processor, because the frame rates been dropping a lot of times and people been complaining, drifting Joy-Cons. And to buy a new OLED, a new Switch, and most people have a Switch already, except for those who don't have any Switch yet. Okay, go ahead and buy the more expensive Switch. But what's the big difference? If you're gonna dock it, you're gonna get the same quality on the TV because you are not gonna have a better processor. Okay, yes, you have also a LAN cable, so you got an internet connection directly through the LAN cable, which is an improvement. But if it's the same processor, it's like Nintendo is just extremely lazy, and that's really disappointing for all those who've been playing or buying Nintendo products from day one, or like if it's one of your childhood consoles you got, and or one of those games that you just stuck to, whether it's Mario, Donkey Kong, whether it's Mario what do you call it, Smash Bros, Zelda, Pokemon. And it's just like, you know, because they know they have very loyal fans, they're just like, we can do the least, you know, at least give the people what they want. And there are other concerns that came up. Let me show you on the site. It calls T3.com. So T letter T number 3.com. There is a Nintendo Switch OLED warning issued by screen specialist. Specialist in OLED panel tech has issued some warning advice to gamers looking to buy a Nintendo Switch OLED. Okay, now I'm reading. Despite the Nintendo Switch OLED getting a pretty underwhelming reception due to a series of missing features, Nintendo Switch OLED pre-orders are being touted as something that are going to be in huge demand by gamers. So, despite the offer Nintendo is putting out for the gamers, they still expect high demand. The colorway is sick though. I like the colorway, you know, with the white. Anyways, let me continue. Who apparently are going to be won over by console's larger OLED display, because they have the display is, I think, from 6.3 or 4 inch to 7 inch. It's a bit bigger. It's not really a big difference, but anyway. However, those gamers who are thinking of pre-ordering the Nintendo Switch OLED might want to read this warning advice that has just been raised by an OLED screen specialist, writing on Reddit under the topic "Word of advice for anyone buying the OLED Nintendo Switch." I am a home theater specialist at Best Buy and a huge Nintendo nerd. OLED technology is something I'm quite well versed in, considering premium TVs use the same or very similar technology. I wanted to give a word of advice to anyone who doesn't know much about OLED works. Much about how OLED works. Sorry guys. OLED, organic light emitting diodes, is the fancier cousin to LED. This technology does not rely on backlight like standard LED screens do. Instead, each pixel is individually lit, known simply as self-lighting pixels, which helps deliver near-perfect dark levels and contrast. There is, however, one drawback to OLED that LED does not suffer: screen burn-in. Although screen burn-in takes many hours of static imagery to occur, it can still happen. I am confident that Nintendo has measures to ensure that screen burn-in will hardly occur. To ERR, on the side of caution, here is my advice to you. If playing on docked for copious amounts of hours, do not leave your OLED switch turned on while left on a static screen. In sense of don't keep it too long on the menu screen. Since the Switch will not have a pixel refresh function like most OLED TVs do, if you do start to notice image retention, lower your brightness and periodically power off your Switch to allow the screen to rest. The poster then continues to explain the difference between image retention and burn-in. The former is a temporary effect while the second is permanent one. Okay, burn-ins are actually permanent effects. Before concluding that any gamer who picks up the new console should not leave your undocked OLED Switch on a static screen for many hours, as it could cause burn-in. So, yeah, well, who knows? Put this aside. What if Nintendo find a way to fix that, or find a way to, like, probably after 30 seconds the screen just shuts off. Anyways, but there's a next one in the field. I'm not sure if you guys heard of it. It's called Steam Deck. Developer Valve Corporation and it's a handheld PC gaming computer. It's not bad. It's actually quite strong. It has a base. The base model has 64 gig storage. Mid model 256. Top model 512 gig. It's a 7-inch as well. Unfortunately, it's 720p the screen, which is also quite sad, and it's a LCD screen. So it's like. But okay, docked you can reach up to 8K or 4K. The processor is very strong, definitely. I mean, you can play any game. It also uses removable storage, so you has also micro SD. But the pricing is at a different range. Let me check. Just a moment. Here we got it. So the base, which is okay, the memory is 16 gig. So you got a memory of 16 gig. LPDDR5. Okay. So the base model, that would be the one with let me check. 64 gig. Okay. Base model would be 399 US or 419 euro. Or 349 pound. The mid-range one, that's with, let me see, where is it? 256 gig. Storage would be 529 US or 549 euro or 656 pound, British pound, of course. And no, 456, sorry, the mid-range will be 456 pound, and the highest will be 649 US, 679 euro or 569 pound with 512 gig. Well, it's definitely stronger than the Switch, but with a 720p LCD screen, I'm like, guys, seriously, put in just that full HD screen for us. Yeah, so honestly, I'm not going to buy the OLED Switch, and probably also not the Valve, because the pricing is, to me, too high for a 720 screen. Like, guys, seriously. But apart from upcoming games, I think I'll still enjoy them on my regular Switch, because I have the second version of the Switch, and yeah. But leaving a comment down below, let me know what's your opinion on this matter of Switch having, like, lacking a better processor. Let me know what you think, your thoughts, and see you guys in the next video, because that's the end of this video. And enjoy your day. Bye.